Well, another sale going out here. I got this in a auction lot that I paid $50 for. It had a bunch of Wii accessories in it. It also had two drum sets, three guitars. So I've already sold a couple of the guitars and a drum set for over $150. And this sold for $17. I essentially paid, nothing for this. It's because I've already couped my costs. So that auction lot was just a phenomenal flip for me. So this took about 2 months to sell. Like I said, my cost was nil, and it sold for $17.
Here we have a Tim Hortons neoprene reusable hot beverage sleeve. It was new. I purchased it from a thrift store about 4 months ago, and I paid $3 for it, and I ended up getting $17 for it minus fees. So I made about $11 on it after everything. Tim Hortons stuff sells well. Alright, we are out thrifting again, looking for stuff to flip on eBay, Facebook Marketplace, wherever we can find. And here I find already something. These, which I think are vintage chairs for $2.99 a piece. They're plastic. They do look old. I don't recognize that brand. So I'm going to have to do some research. There's 4 of them there. I figured for $2.99 a piece, I could make some money on that. There is one listing on sale on eBay, but it's about $40. Here I'm looking at the electronics. They wanted too much for those DVD combos, $25 a piece. The other VCRs too, I was looking at. A couple of them weren't bad, but the pricing was just a little too high for me. I don't like to pay more than $10 or $15 for my VCRs. So yeah, that was a Citizen VCR on the left there. Just kind of not the greatest brands. If there's Sony's, maybe I'll pay up. We had a new cart come out here, so I ran over, and I was looking at this Linux 5.0. You remember Linux, that old kind of operating system? It ended up being worth nothing. I did look it up, and then I saw all these kind of anime DVDs on there, a couple really weird VHS that were sealed. So I scanned them all. They weren't worth anything, so I put them all back. But, sometimes you get lucky. I found some $50, $40 DVDs and VHS. You just have to scan something that looks a little different. However, the bags now, again, and I find something, but the price is just too high. It's $30. This is a Harry Potter woman's handbag that's kind of rare leather, but they wanted too much for it. It's $30. I'm not paying that. Head over to the toys, looking around, and in the plush I found Miss Piggy. She's already in the cart for $10. You'll hear about her in the haul. I thought maybe that Nerf ball was one of those fancy ones from the 80s or early 90s that go for $50. I have found those before, so be on the lookout for Nerf balls. Some of them can be worth good money, the ones from the 80s or early 90s. I keep combing through the toys here, looking for stuff that can be worth some money. Oh, I didn't notice that Minecraft kind of sign at the back. That might have been worth something. Minecraft's pretty popular right now with that movie out in the theaters. So their stuff's pretty hot. Looking here through the dolls. I have sold some good dolls too, like Baby Alive from 2016. Those dolls can be worth some big money. Also American Girl, a lot of people know that. Be on the lookout for those. Definite bolos. Be on the lookout for those. And here I am. I did look up, there's a couple new Disney kind of dolls there. They're from a few years ago. They kind of want a lot of money, $8 for a kind of beat up doll, so I ended up putting it back. I'm just here looking at the plush, and I had already picked up Miss Piggy, I think, by now. So I was looking at the different characters and seeing, this is a Build-A-Bear kind of girl doll, but it wasn't worth anything. I'm checking out the tag here. Build-A-Bear stuff can be, you have to look up everything, really. Most of the bears are not worth anything, but you do get the odd one that's worth some money. You just have to look them up. What else here? Looking through the games, board games. I did not find any board games on this trip. I just kept looking and looking and looking. They seem to have a lot, but nothing that I could really make money on, so I kept moving along. There was a sealed Parcheesi there that I looked up, but it wasn't worth anything, and they wanted $10 for it. So I'm heading over the dishes, looking for some good dishes to find, something that could be worth some money. And here I am. Oh, I recognize some of these designs. They're not worth a lot. They're worth a few bucks. Maybe at a garage sale I'd pick up for a quarter or 50 cents, but not here at this thrift store where, plates are $3, $4, $5, $6 a plate. So that's not something I'm going to pick up. If it's not something that's really worth a lot of money, then I will leave it. It was an interesting pottery, Sebring pottery or Sebringa pottery in the United States. Kind of interesting, but it wasn't worth anything, wasn't selling. So I head back to electronics here. Again, a DVD combo that's been sitting there forever. It's priced at $25.99. Nobody's picking it up because it's not really a good brand. So I'm combing through here looking for remotes or any electronics that could be worth some good money. I'm not finding a whole lot here. I do see these remotes. I did look up that Sony remote. It wasn't worth anything. There's a Wii knockoff remote, but this Sony remote, I thought, well, it might be worth a few bucks, but no, I was selling it for like $6 on eBay, and they wanted the thrift store wanted $4 for it, so decided to pass on that. I'm gonna keep going here. I'm looking at the clocks. Some clocks can be good, go look for the brand, like Seiko. I've just sold a nice Seiko clock for about $60, so I'm always on the lookout for brands. These were kind of different, these Me Jam things. They wanted $5.99 from. I looked them up. They're not worth anything. Just total junk, so kept going. I'm looking at wine glasses. I've never really sold wine glasses. There's got to be some valuable wine glasses out there. If you guys know, drop me some some hints on some good wine glasses, because I haven't really found any. But here I keep cruising along and looking for... I've sold some really nice beer glasses, so I try and look for those. And mugs too. Some mugs can be worth pretty good money, so here I am kind of combing through the mugs. Mugs are priced up here, though. They, anything Disney, they price up here, $5, $6. There's kind of a bow ring mug, which wasn't worth anything. There was some old pottery mugs here that had the state of Minnesota emblem on it, and I was thinking of picking them up, but they were just in horrible condition. They had scratches, on them. The condition was just not good, and the price has to be good too, right? I mean, you can't buy a mug for $10 and sell it for $15 or $16. There's just not enough profit there, so I always take a quick peek at the teacups. Again, flipping things over. That was a cool Lord of the Rings mug, but just not worth anything. So I head over to this junk aisle. I have found some good stuff on this kind of end cap junk aisle. So I'm combing through here looking for stuff. Not really finding much. I'm going to keep going here. I'm going to show you what I found in the haul from this week thrift trip.
Alright guys, it's Paul here again. I was out thrifting, and I'm going to show off my pretty pathetic haul today. I went to 2 thrift stores today. I've been spending most of my time, like this past weekend, at a community garage sale, so I picked up a lot of stuff there. So obviously when I do that, I spend less time in thrift stores. But I did go to 2 this morning, and so I do kind of have a mini haul to show you. Not any huge bangers, but we'll start over here with Miss Piggy. She was $10. She's going for about $25. I just think she's cool. She still got her tag, so I could. The tag's got 20 $23 on it. Anyway, I think I could easily get at least 20 for her, so not a huge flip there, but there's a bit of profit there. These light bulbs I actually use when I sell IKEA lamps, the wall lamps for IKEA, like the star or the moon or the flower. Those sell really well for me, so whenever I can pick up the bulbs for cheap, so $1, a bulb. These are the LED bulbs, and they're IKEA brand. I have no problem picking that up. Lastly, are these chairs? There's 4 chairs. They were $2.99 each. I'm trying to do a little bit more research on these. I think these are vintage. They look vintage. There's no date on them, but I think I've seen on eBay some comparables for around $30 to $40. I'd be happy. I'm probably going to list them, on Poshmark and probably for 25 bucks, or maybe as a set. Maybe I'll keep them as a lot. I'm kind of not sure exactly how I'm going to do it, but for $3 a chair, I figured, and they're in good condition. They just need a quick wipe down. I figured that was a good deal and I could make some money. So yeah, that's kind of my thrifting haul for the last few days. I'm actually going to now show you in the next video the haul from the community garage sales that I went to on the weekend. And I actually ended up going to one thrift store too. So there's a bigger haul coming up right after this video. Thanks for watching, guys. All right, everybody. It's fall again here, and I've got my haul to share with you. I went to a community garage sale this morning for a couple hours and got some good stuff. So here I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to start over here with this toaster. I paid $5 for this toaster. It's a vintage General Electric toaster. It does work. Plugged it in. They're going for about $30 to $40. I've sold, not this exact toaster, but vintage toasters before. And there's some pretty good money in them if you can get them for pretty cheap. This one's very clean, so I had no problem paying $5 for it. Down here are some Crocs. And yes, I do sell lady shoes. These Crocs were $5. I'm hoping to get probably $20 for them, $19, $18 for them. So not a bad profit there if I can move them. They are in good condition. That's why I didn't hesitate to grab them. They're a little dirty, but other than that, they're in really good condition. Over here, I have this ice cream ball, which the gentleman that I bought it from wanted 50 cents. I gave him $1 for it. I looked in it. It's in pretty good condition. It has been used, but I've sold these before, and I get about $37 to $38 for them. So again, nice. It should be a nice flip there. Here is a vintage Barbie case from 1984 with 2 dolls. The dolls are from the 1960s. The case they wanted $10 for, and the 2 dolls were $1 a piece with some clothes that were $2 a bag. So I figured I'll probably do a big lot and be able to maybe sell this for $50. So turning, 15, 16 into $50 or $60. This is in excellent condition too. It's really good. Even the label's in good condition. So I have no problem selling that. Up here is an Ender Dragon. This I might keep for a bit. It's very cool. It's about 5 years old, and it's an Ender Dragon toy. It's pretty big. It does make noises when you hit the buttons and breathes out steam. Just a weird, funky toy. I'm gonna keep it. I'd probably put it up for sale for $40. I've seen some sold comps around $30 to $40. I'm probably gonna list it higher and have it, keep it on my desk for a while because I just like having it. Down here, I couldn't leave this this Visions Corningware. This stuff does sell, guys. If you ever come across this is a 1 liter, and it was just in excellent condition. These two Corningware pots, the Visions Corningware sells well. They want $1 for this one, and this bigger one $2, and it has a lid. So I just grabbed those for sure. Another brand that I've bought and sold before is this vintage Wherever aluminum. This was $5. This pan, and it looks like it's never been used. It looks brand new. So I'm hoping to get between $30 and $40 for that. Here we have a Furby from 2012. I paid $5 for this Furby. I'm hoping again to get $20 and up, maybe $25 for it. It's not a super old one. The ones from the 90s can be worth a lot more money depending on, you know, the brand, because there's different brands of Furbies, believe it or not. But this one should, I'm like I said, I'm hoping to get over $20 for it. It does work. It does work, and it's very annoying. So just know that when you pick these up, they talk and talk. You got to take the batteries out. And this was a really cool find for me. I had to pick this up for $5. There's no thermos in there. It's a lunchbox from the 90s, Gargoyles. I paid $5 for it. It's empty. It's in pretty decent condition. It has some scuffs on it, but other than that, it's got a beat up tag on it with a hologram. But very cool. I could not pass that up for $5. I'm going to price that higher, probably $25, $30, and I'll just sit on it and display it. So this is a pretty good haul for, you know, a morning at a community garage sale. Not too bad, not too bad. Good luck out there.